All right. So as Gene mentioned, I'm last year's, so I'm immediate past president, Ross Naylor. So good morning. And it's my honor to host this event. This is our one of our favorite days. It's the awards ceremony where we celebrate our members for their outstanding contributions to the club, to the community, and to Rotary as a whole. It also is when we recognize and honor 3 extraordinary individuals and an organization which are all bringing hope to others in need. So let's get started. All right, and Barack is bringing this up. It's okay, I'll just keep talking. All right, as you know, service above self is Rotary's motto. It's only fitting that in addition to the financial contributions to the Minneapolis City of Lakes Rotary Foundation and the Rotary International Foundation, which we are celebrated, we'll celebrate that in a bit. We recognize the service of our club members. Yep, click on it. All right. All right, so we wanted to recognize several of our members who invested significant time to lead key initiatives on behalf of the club. Wanted to recognize Tony Humans for calendars for seniors in delivering the books to Way to Grow. As you know, our speakers sign a book that is given to a 4th grader in the community through Way to Grow. So love that. Bob Minish, who I don't know if is online or not. As everybody know, Polio Plus.
I am online.
Wonderful, Bob. So Bob leads the Polio Plus Minnesota Iowa fundraiser with Kurt Nelson. He's also always watching for the installation. So he's our outstallation scriptwriter. But as far as the Minnesota Iowa event, we've estimated that we raised at least $60,000. We're still in the calculations for summarizing this year's contributions for Polio Plus, but it's happened over the past decade. This year, we hope to retain the Floyd pig, Floyd the pig. I don't know the results of this yet because I feel like there was still calculations being made by Kurt the last time he shared. But that's per capita amount raised by Polio Plus with the Cedar Rapids Iowa Club. We also wanted to recognize Lisa Moncrief for suggesting that it's that time again for us to order Rotary apparel. So I don't see her. She may have had to escape. But so everybody was able to order Rotary apparel. Chris Morris for organizing the YCAP mock interviews at Dunwoody, at the Youth Career Awareness Program. Gary Mosman, obviously, most of these pictures are from the event that was this past Saturday. So the Rake, Rattle, and Roll, the CS Food Shelf. This year we raked 14 yards, and that's been going on since 1990, if you don't know that. Long time. And then also contributes and leads the Warm Hands, Warm Hearts initiative. Jim Eaton, as he mentioned skiing, but also our Knicker or almost Knicker Open to great acclaim. Kurt Nelson, I mentioned before, from Polio Plus, the Minnesota Iowa fundraiser, along with Bob Minish, and stepping in to be our MC this past foundation fundraiser event that we had. Gail Noakes for peer group leader, Brock and Greg for the wonderful work they do as our Zoom masters and AV technicians, and much more, including the website. Wanted to share, skipped ahead. Addie Arnold, Todd Marshall, John Vandermeide, and Tom Tamara. Todd Marshall is the club youth exchange officer, and Addie Arnold and John Vandermeide and Tom Tamara offer tremendous support to our exchange students this past year. Bill Klein and Bob Baker. So everybody chant one more year. One more year. For our foundation chairs who jumped in one last time and planned and executed a wonderful foundation event. Lynn Otis for organizing the Christmas gift project with last year and this coming year with a Way to Grow and organizing the district-wide literacy project with our own district governor, Julie Grape, and implementing the Fair School project, which she shared today. Mary Pat Cumming, who's our shower fun creator, all the baby showers. She's our extraordinaire MC for that. Anna Koskren, who makes table tents and upcoming events, also has taken on Zoom master duties. Brian Kimmis, who gave our reflection today, but hosting the curling events, as well as offering Zoom duties. Jim Voss, hosting a hard hat tour and conversations over lunch at his office, which was a lot of fun. Scott Benson and Russ Mickelitz leading the rooters and to entertain us with just the right song for the right meeting. And then Adekunle Samuel for hosting a delightful virtual cooking this past year. So I want to give everybody a round of applause for helping over the past year. So now I'm pleased to turn over the program to the City of Lakes Rotary Foundation co-chairs, Bill Klein and Bob Baker, for the 2022-23 Foundation Awards.
I'm offended. There were far more than one hand clapping. So these awards, as Brian said initially, you know, we look to financial contributions to help us do what we do. And we really do value both hands and your pocketbook. We've got two sets of awards to give today. The first are Paul Harris Awards. These awards are for gifts that go to, well, I guess we got the Dick DeVore Awards first. So much for my PowerPoint. The Dick DeVore Awards mirror the Paul Harris Awards but the Dick DeVore Awards are for gifts to our City of Lakes Rotary Foundation. The Paul Harris Awards, which we will do following the Dick DeVore Awards, are for gifts that go to the Rotary Foundation of Rotary International. When someone gives over their lifetime at least $1,000, they get an award, Paul Harris Fellowship or a Dick DeVore Fellowship. And once you give more than that, each additional $1,000, you get another level of awards. They're all represented by pins that will have stones in them. Sapphire, one sapphire is $1,000, or is $2,000. That's one level above the first level. And that goes up until you become a major donor, in which case we don't give you any more pins because there's not room for enough stones on those pins. So the Dick DeVore Awards this year, we have a first-time Dick DeVore Award winner, and that is Lynn Otis. And if you would come up and collect your reward. And I believe Brian Kimmis will. It's too backlit. So when you collect your award for each level, stay up here until Brian can snap your picture. At the Dick DeVore +1 level, we have Kelly Marquardt and Tony Yeamans. Tony is here. At the +2 level, we have Todd Marshall and Chris Morris. We will save their pins for later. At the +3 level, we have a number of folks. We have Anna Koskren, Sheila Gothman, Jonathan Hobbs, Lisa Moncrief, and Ross Naylor. At the +5 level, Maria Bavender. At the +6 level, Bob Baker and Dick Mossman. At the +7 level, John Rent. At the +8 level, Mark Moseman, Carol Russell, and Meg Waterman. At the +9 level, Scott Benson, Cindy Lenny, Brock Ray, and Jeff Roby. And we would also like to acknowledge our Dick DeVore major donors. Joyce Agnew, Julie Grape, Marlene Dietrich, Sean Irwin, Gene Johnson, Keith Johnson, Bill Klein, Ed Cadet, Mark Labovitz, Russ Mickelitz, Bob Minish, Jim Nelson, Kurt Nelson, Gail Noakes, John Pine, Doug Schmidt, Tom Tamura, Mark Thompson, and Jim Voss. We have pictures from the past. We all looked younger then too. Okay, now the Paul Harris Awards. Finally, I know you've been waiting with bated breath here. Paul Harris +1. We have, I guess, no new Paul Harris fellows this year, but at the 1 level, Bill Jackson. At the +2 level, Lisa Moncrief, Dick Mossman, Ross Naylor, and John Rent. At +3, Jonathan Hobbs and Brock Ray. At +4, Dean Sandberg. We now jump to +6, Bob Baker, Marlene Dietrich, Gene Johnson, and Ed Cadet. At +7, Mark Labovitz. At +8, Scott Benson and Blake Shelton. I'm glad Blake is here today. Last year, we had to negotiate for about 2 months to get him his pin. And finally, our Paul Harris major donors: Joyce Agnew, Julie Grape, Sean Irwin, Keith Johnson, Bill Klein, Russ Mickelitz. I put that effect in about 4 years ago, but nobody's ever used it. Yeah. Bob Minish, Gary Moseman, Jim Nelson, Kurt Nelson, Gail Noakes, Tom Tamura, Mark Thompson, and Jim Voss. We thank all of you for your generosity and hope you will continue to give generously this year.
Right. I did not have anything to do with the effects, but that was entertaining. All right. So as Jean shared this year, when she started off her year, this is a year of trying new things. So with that in mind, we have elected to introduce a new award this year. Whatever the need, whenever the call, without fanfare and often without recognition, this Rotarian's diligent work epitomizes service above self, called the Quiet Rotarian Award. In recognition of all that this Rotarian does behind the scenes to support this club. Invite Jean up here to give this award.
Oh, okay.
So you want to read this? Okay, you got it.
Yeah. You can never have too many scripts. So this Rotary member epitomizes the Quiet Rotarian Award. This member is always willing to help. I'll give it away right away. First here in the morning by 6:30 and the last to leave, setting up and taking down the AV equipment and other supplies needed for the meetings, pays attention to the details, challenges things that don't make sense, and is always looking for ways to make positive changes. He shows up at almost every club event. And additionally, he has taken on a stretch role of assistant treasurer and implemented a strict accountability system to keep us all honest. We wish to recognize Greg Alm with a Spirit of Rotary Award.
Yeah, we weren't able to make announcements about this, but we had some leftover money from the Rake Rattle and Roll on Saturday, $30 to be exact. And my whole table at Matt's Bar, they offered to visit me in jail, but I don't want to go there. So I'll be depositing that in the foundation account this morning. Okay. And thanks again for your help, everyone, to warn all that. Appreciate it.
All right. And now it's time to invite Maria up. for the Heart of Rotary Award. Maria? It's coming. She's finding her speech. Okay.
Okay. Well, I have the distinct honor to present our Heart of Rotary Award this year. This honor is presented annually to an outstanding member of City of Lakes Rotary in recognition for the person's contribution and service to our club, our community, and to Rotary. The award was established in 1986, a year after our club was chartered, and was presented to a deserving club member at our first anniversary celebration, which occurred in February, thus the name Heart of Rotary. A few years later, we renamed the award in honor of the late Merle Else. Merle is best remembered for leading an extraordinarily successful Polio Plus campaign in which this club raised $120,000. Many past recipients of the Heart of Rotary Award are still active members with us. And I would like to recognize those that in alphabetical order that are still members. And if you are those that are in the room, please stand so that we can acknowledge you when everyone's name is called. Jonathan Hobbs, Jean Johnson, Keith Johnson, Russ Mikulitz, Bob Minish, Gary Mosman, Jim Nelson, Kurt Nelson, Gail Noakes, Doug Schmidt, Tom Tamora, John Vandermeide, and Jim Voss. I had the honor of leading this year's selection committee. And the recipient was chosen by the active Heart of Rotary Award winners. And so now it's time to recognize this year's recipient. We're in the middle of fundraising for our Rotary Foundation and encouraging members to donate to the foundation. And our club has been involved in all areas of importance to Rotary International. This year's recipient of Heart of Rotary Award has been a member of COL now for 11 years and is always willing to help the club in any way. Our award winner has held other leadership roles in our club, headed the past President's Council, President-elect, Vice President of Membership, Club Administrator, Club Service Chair for 2 years, AKA Party Czar. This person also volunteers for many district projects and committees, utilizing their creative and technical skills. In addition to contributing extraordinary time and talent, this person is a generous Paul Harris and Dick DeVore Fellow, having contributed over $10,000 in the course of their tenure with the club. This person also does many things for our club that are invisible in many ways, such as publishing our monthly bulletin, updating the website, posting events for committee chairs, recording the meetings and putting them on YouTube. And they all take considerable time every week. This member also created our beautiful brochure, which took many hours of getting models, finding a time and place to take photos, and then creating all of this into a beautiful piece with copy. In recent years, this person distinguished themselves by managing the technology for the club. We all remember that when COVID hit, this person was the person responsible for keeping this club together. Through virtual meetings with Zoom and helping combat the uncertainty and isolation that many of us were feeling. When the pandemic subsided, our award winner developed the hardware and software solution to hold hybrid meetings so that members who are unable to attend in person can feel connected and a part of the club with their friends on a weekly meeting. In summary, our award winner has been an active contributor to this club since the moment they joined, bringing their skill set and can-do attitude to many tasks seen and unseen to make an enormous difference to the health of the club. So before introducing our winner, I would like to invite Jennifer Ray, Colin Ray, and Bonnie Ray to step into the room. Come on in. We invited them here this morning to witness the award that we proudly bestow on one of our own, because he embodies the spirit of the heart of everything a true Rotarian is all about. It is indeed my pleasure and a tremendous honor to present this year's Merle Else Heart of Rotary Award to Brock Ray.
I am humbled. The this yeah. Okay, we're gonna get there. The past recipients of this award are truly people I look up to every single day. This club means the world to me. I am so grateful that I can be a part of helping to make possible the amazing work that each and every one of you do as members of Rotary, and particularly as members of the best Rotary club in the world, City of Lakes. Huge thanks to my family, because they do put up with a lot as I am working on this Rotary stuff, but it is so worthwhile. And so thank you all very, very much. I will keep it brief, I promise, but this does mean a lot to me. I don't feel like I deserve it yet, but I appreciate it, and I will do everything in my power to earn this. Thank you all.
All right. So it's my honor to present the 11th annual Minneapolis City of Lakes Rotary Club's Richard Paris Emerging Leadership Award. The Emerging Leadership Award is designed to recognize a City of Lakes Rotarian who has joined our club within the last 2 years and who has rapidly engaged in the spirit of service within the club. By providing leadership and demonstrating commitment to service, the Emerging Leadership Award recipient has made a significant contribution to the City of Lakes in the name of service above self. The recipient of this award each year is selected by the current year's club president and the immediate past president. And if you don't remember, that's Jean and myself. So I'm going to invite Jean up here to present the award.
This new member stepped right into a leadership role when she joined the club as co-chair of the Community Service Committee. She has since revitalized the committee from the COVID days when few projects were possible by working with community members, working with committee members to take on many new projects and build stronger relationships with our partners, existing and new. She has a positive can-do attitude and is enthusiastic about helping others. She always finds a way to get things done. We are so thankful for her leadership, generosity, and enthusiasm for creating opportunities that truly make a difference in the lives of our members and this community. We are delighted that she has chosen to use her time and talent to help the City of Lakes Rotary make an impact in this community. Please help me in recognizing none other than Lynn Otis.
All right, so our last award for today, need my glasses. It is now my honor to present the John Fisher Rotary Hope Award. This award was established in 1987 to honor John Fisher, the founder of the Minneapolis City of Lakes Rotary Club. This award is presented annually to an organization in our community who is bringing hope to others and making a significant difference in the lives of many people. I'm very pleased to present this year's Rotary Hope Award winner to Yvonne Spangler and the Domestic Abuse Legal Advocacy Center, nominated by Gene Johnson. This incredible organization helps victims and survivors of domestic abuse at shelters throughout Minnesota. They provide trainings and education to these victims and survivors, as well as service providers in the community with respect to legal rights, financial security, mental and physical health, and overall well-being. The Domestic Abuse Legal Advocacy Center, mission is to stop the cycle of domestic abuse through legal advocacy. Legal advocacy is a critical action that can help to redefine the domestic abuse victim's personal safety and security to overcome traumatic experience and can ultimately lead to breaking the cycle of domestic abuse. As the founder and board chair of the Domestic Abuse Legal Advocacy Center, Yvonne Spangler manages the day-to-day operations of the organization, sets its vision, and implements the vision by providing direct client services with the support of all volunteer board of directors. For more than 20 years, Yvonne, in different capacities, has helped victims and survivors of domestic abuse safety exit violent relationships. In her decades of experience as a former trial attorney, Yvonne saw how legal advocacy plays a vital and critical role in stopping the cycle of abuse. She is passionate about helping others and understanding how trauma plays the critical role in the lives of domestic violence victims and survivors. She saw an unmet need in Minnesota, the domestic abuse shelters, and founded DALAC on January 4th of 2016. Please give Yvonne a round of applause for her wonderful work as she champions this in our community. Come up. All right, and Yvonne has agreed to come back. We'll be talking with our programs committee to make sure we have a time that she can come back and share more about her organization and all the great work she does. So with that, that brings us to the end of this year's awards program. Congratulations to all our award recipients, and thanks to everyone in the club for all the good that you do and within the great community in the world here. I'm going to turn it back over to Jean to close us out. It was short and brief.
So with that, I just want to thank everybody that was part of this wonderful awards ceremony today. It always makes me feel just really proud to be part of an organization where so many people contribute their time and talent to the work that we do in the world. So thank you for being here and the work that you do. And particularly thank you for everyone that had a role today, and for our visitors for coming. Come back and try out a regular meeting sometime. We don't do this every week, but we do it once a year. Next week's meeting is on the announcement sheet. I don't remember it. Okay. Turn Signal next week. It's a software program, a man who created a program or a service where people, if you are a Black person pulled over, and they have people who will talk to you while you are filming the experience to help you handle that experience in a way that's most beneficial to you. So that is next week. There he is, Jazz. And congratulations to everyone who got an award today. And with that, have a great Rotary week.